The following contest is a Gauntlet Eliminator match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Smackdown. We are officially on the road to Survivor Series. And tonight, we are kicking us off with essentially a new Intercontinental Championship being crowned. As if you guys have not stayed up to the socials for our Universe mode, we've had some changes to a lot of the Raw, NXT, even Smackdown situations, one including the Intercontinental Championship involving Braun Strowman, who became the new Intercontinental Champion, but ultimately had some situations going on, has been let go. Doesn't mean he can't come back down further down the road, but as of right now, Braun Strowman has been let go by WWE, and now Nick Aldis, the SmackDown General Manager, is figuring out what needs to be done for that, and he has figured out a 10-man Gauntlet Eliminator, where it is completely different than what we kind of saw on Monday Night Raw situation. This one, you're gonna see 10 guys coming in at the same time. It's not like where you eliminate one, then one comes out. That may happen where, within the 2 minutes something may happen like that. As here we go, CM Punk, the second competitor, making his way out to this very ring. For CM Punk, obviously, for this man, he's looking for championship gold no matter what. He sold his soul to The Rock. He wants championship gold, and if it happens to be for the Intercontinental Championship, so be it for CM Punk. So far, joining the list of selling their soul, obviously Kevin Owens, CM Punk, John Cena, as well as there's been word about Karrion Kross. There's nothing official with that there, but certainly a lot to digest. A lot of people want those opportunities. A lot of guys want championships. I totally understand it from the likes of CM Punk and John Cena. More of John Cena than anything. Here comes CM Punk into this very ring, this sold out capacity crowd. Best in the world today against Bronson Reed to kick us off here on SmackDown. It's going to be a great night from top to bottom. Certainly don't know what all entails for tonight. Kind of changing everything. Nick Aldis will be out here, coming out after this lovely gauntlet match to address what it looks like for the Survivor Series things, as this is for the Intercontinental Championship, and it is in a gauntlet matchup. So basically, you're gonna have to survive, essentially. I love this type of thing that we're seeing from Raw and SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. It's essentially a Survivor winner-take-all type of situation. But here we go, Bronson Reed versus CM Punk. Referee rings the bell as we have Bronson Reed and CM Punk kicking it off here. We'll have 8 other competitors join them within 2 minutes. It will slowly but surely start bringing in everybody else. It's Bronson Reed with those heavy strikes, and now Bronson Reed, looking for this military press slam. No, CM Punk with a roll-up. Referee right in position. Can he steal a victory here? 2, no. Pinfall opportunity for Reed here. Back and forth we go. Punk here. 1, no. Now Bronson Reed back and forth. No. And finally both men are able to get out of that situation. Obviously, Bronson Reed has had quite a few championship reigns in his career. He's had a terrific 2023, 2024, and he's looking to make 2025 his year as well. And certainly, obviously, adding another Intercontinental Championship reign Mr. Bronson Reed certainly would love that, as he drops a big elbow right across the chest of CM Punk. In part of this gauntlet matchup, ladies and gentlemen, anything goes, any weapons. As you can see, Bronson Reed about to insert himself here with that kendo stick. Didn't work out in his favor that time, but definitely can be used within the time limit. And talking about CM Punk, he sold his soul to The Rock and trying to get advantages where he can get them. But for CM Punk, he's struggled against Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. So is John Cena. So those guys are trying to figure out what they can do to, I don't know, put down Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is, ever since joining WWE, has been on top for the most part. Multi-time WWE champion, undisputed champion. As under 10 seconds here before we get to number 3 competitor. As CM Punk with an elbow right across the chest of Bronson Reed. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2. Yes, Bronson Reed is eliminated via that elbow to the chest as Carmelo Hayes makes his way down to the very ring, and he is here. He is him, and here we go. Certainly wasn't expecting Bronson Reed to go out like what we just saw, but you know, it tends to happen. Is now Punk looking to hit another early elimination here. GTS to Carmelo Hayes. Is that enough? 2. No, Hayes kicks out at the very last second. Hayes hasn't even been able to take his sunglasses off. I'm surprised they haven't come off after what we're seeing right now, just the beating that Punk is putting on Carmelo Hayes. And certainly it's a big list that we are going to see in this matchup from top to bottom. Main eventers, up-and-coming superstars looking to make a name for themselves. Certainly CM Punk has made it to the top of the mountain. Carmelo Hayes looking to have his moment here in the main roster. As that kendo stick just breaks and explodes all over Carmelo Hayes there. But everyone a part of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, goes from Bronson Reed, Sheamus, Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, Penta, Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio, Big E, CM Punk, and Uncle Howdy. A little bit of everything. Look at Carmelo Hayes trying to get out of this situation. Drop kick to that right knee, stuns him briefly. And now Hayes. Nice DDT. And I don't know if that was on a broken kendo stick, but CM Punk is busted open. Carmelo Hayes, is this enough? No, a strong kick out at 1. Punk putting up a fight, knows what's on the line for the Intercontinental Championship. Trying to outlast everybody in this matchup. As look at Punk doing the veteran thing, rolling outside the ring, and Carmelo going a little low there on CM Punk, but hey, that's what you got to do against a man like that. As Logan Paul, the Maverick, the social media megastar, he is here and very well could be your next Intercontinental Champion. But Carmelo Hayes ain't gonna allow that to happen. And now Punk from behind with a clothesline. And now this matchup is definitely going to start to heat up here as CM Punk being a little cocky here, feeling pretty confident in himself here. And now, Logan Paul going to make him pay for taunting. And now, big kick to the side of the skull. Now Logan Paul going to look to grab another weapon in a good old-fashioned kendo stick, but Carmelo's like, nope, not today. Carmelo Hayes is already eating a GTS. Trying to keep himself in this matchup. Going to go after Logan Paul here. Looking to get some offense in here. As now Carmelo Hayes looking to beat him as he takes down Logan Paul. Shoulders are down. Is the Maverick going to be eliminated this early in this matchup? No, Logan Paul stays in it. As Punk grabs a steel chair. Paul trying to figure out where in the hell he's at this moment as Carmelo turns around. A little too late there. We'll see if we have any alliances kind of brewing in this matchup, essentially. I mean, there's going to be times in this matchup, maybe you work together, maybe you don't. As here we go, Logan Paul with a roll-up, trying to beat CM Punk, but Punk is not going to go down just like that. Now Carmelo going to look to inflict some more damage on CM Punk. Carmelo Hayes wants to be the top guy. He wants to be the guy on Friday Night SmackDown. He did everything by the book They're in NXT. It's a code breaker there to Logan Paul. Pinfall opportunity. Is this it? 2. No, Logan Paul stays in the matchup. But Carmelo Hayes did everything by the book, coming into NXT, tag teaming with Trick Williams, eventually becoming the tag team champions with Trick Williams before eventually part of the draft. We saw Trick Williams be drafted in NXT. Hold on, who's the next superstar to make his way? It's Penta. Penta making his way down to this very ring. It's Carmelo Hayes looking to be him. Knowing Logan Paul. What a terrific reversal. Logan Paul able to hit him with a powerbomb. And hopefully for Carmelo Hayes, that wasn't a last-ditch effort here as Punk and Penta going at it there. Certainly a matchup I'd honestly love to see. Punk and Penta, that'd be a great matchup, I believe. And especially with how CM Punk is honestly right here, right now, is now Paul. Gonna go second rope here. Frog splash to Punk. Could you imagine if Punk gets eliminated here by Logan Paul? And he does! CM Punk has been eliminated by the Maverick. And now Logan Paul looking to eliminate Carmelo Hayes as well. Actually, Logan Paul might be going after Penta here, possibly. Penta feeling pretty good about himself momentarily. So again, Logan Paul looking to introduce a kendo stick, and down goes Logan. Unfortunately for CM Punk, another opportunity going to the wayside there. As now you got Penta and Carmelo Hayes going at it. Penta bringing that good old-fashioned kendo stick to Hayes' head here. Pinfall opportunity. Who's going to be the next Intercontinental Champion? And it won't be Carmelo Hayes, as Penta has eliminated Carmelo. As we continue to brew, I believe we're almost, about halfway through? If not, a little bit halfway through. As a reversal DDT right onto that kendo stick. Penta and Logan Paul could very well be your next Intercontinental Champion. And can you imagine if Logan Paul wins the Intercontinental Championship? We will not hear the last of it if he happens to win the Intercontinental Championship. As now Penta looking to go high risk, high reward situation here. Oh goodness. Oh, into a code breaker. What a maneuver. And now here comes one of the longest reigning Intercontinental Champions in SmackDown's history. Big E is here on SmackDown and looking for championship gold. Originally, when he broke apart of the New Day, Big E's sign was he believes that he was world championship material. But Big E, he sees that the Intercontinental Championship is, vacated. He says, hey, you know what? I will gladly take some championship gold that will lead me to the World Championship, to the Undisputed Championship. What a backbreaker there. Almost like a backstabber of sorts from Penta. And Big E possibly bringing the steel steps here. And he is. As Penta throws the kendo stick right at Logan Paul in the corner and connects with the dropkick. Big E not going to let him recuperate, though, as Big E tosses him right on that broken kendo stick. Penta trying to recuperate. Big E trying to figure out what he wants to do. Has his sights to kind of doing a moonwalk of sorts. And Big E now going right back after Logan Paul here. And right now it's essentially a triple threat matchup. Oh, it was a nice gut buster there right onto the steel steps too. Horrible landing for Big E. And oh no, could you imagine if he hits a frog splash on it? No, he stomped him right onto the steel steps. He maybe not gotten all of it on the steel steps, but that is very hurtful still. But Big E stays in this matchup. And look at Penta picking up the steel steps. Logan Paul pulling out the brass knucks. I mean, I don't know why Logan Paul he doesn't have to hide it, but he connected with the brass knucks. Is that enough to eliminate Penta? Yes, it is. That's a damn shame. It's perfectly legal in this matchup, but to eliminate someone like that, that's horrific. Now it's Logan Paul, Big E. Let's see who's going to be joining him. Oh, great. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, the next superstar to make his way down to the ring. So we start getting down to the last couple superstars, coming very close as Logan Paul trying to inflict some damage on Big E. Mysterio getting in the way there, unfortunately. as a drop kick misses. And now Logan Paul is just trying to work on the big man, as he should be. But oh no! Headshot there to Logan Paul. Body shots to Big E. And now Dirty Dom is not afraid to get himself a little violent here. As a pinfall opportunity to eliminate Logan Paul. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Logan Paul has been eliminated. So right now it is down to Big E and Dominic Mysterio. We do have a couple more superstars still left here, as it should be the likes of Chad Gable and Uncle Howdy still, I believe, if my numbers are correct. But as of right now, it's just Dominic and Big E at the moment. Imagine how it is be for this new Judgment Day group, this new look of the Judgment Day, if they're able to walk out with the Intercontinental Championship. So Dominic looking to inflict some more pain here on Big E. Taking his sweet time, though. I don't think that's the best of ideas, but certainly if it's going to work to his favor. Big E still out of it, but Big E just in the nick of time, able to get out of that stun stage as he connects with that running STO, takes down Dominic Mysterio. Big axe handle right to the back. Uh-oh, looking for some snake eyes right there in that top turnbuckle. Strength versus speed in this type of matchup. As that kendo stick just breaks right over the shoulder blade. Could be a elimination for Dominic Mysterio. No, Dominic stays in it though. As now, who is going to join him? Who is going to join Big E and Dominic Mysterio? We are about to find out. It's a frog splash right on the table. And uh-oh, it looks like Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, is the second to last superstar to make his way down to the ring. As here comes Big E with a military press slam. Oh, Big E looking to end it. Uncle Howdy, though, has second thoughts about that. Uncle Howdy gonna drop him right there on that broken kendo stick head. He is giving away 2-for-1 specials here tonight on SmackDown. And now, in just mere moments, we'll be waiting for the fourth competitor, which will be Chad Gable. Is Uncle Howdy feeling pretty good about himself here? And for Uncle Howdy and the Wyatts, I mean, certainly you got Nikki Cross, who cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase after Alexa Bliss lost her championship match to Jade Cargill. You would see Nikki Cross cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase to win the Women's Championship. There's now Dominic and Big E going at it here. As it seems like Dominic probably should not try to do that when Uncle Howdy is in the way there, but maybe able to work together here briefly. There's now Howdy with a nice slam there, taking down Big E, but now he's going to have to deal with Dominic, and oh no, an eye rake right to the face. And if this was a normal one-on-one contest, oh goodness, what a clothesline, what a lariat. That honestly could be enough to put away Dom. Let's see if it will be though. 2, no, just a 2. Oh, well, referee says 1. I thought that was closer to a 2 count, but he's a referee. And now Uncle Howdy gonna take his time. He's not rushed. He's gonna allow those two to go at it briefly. And if I was Uncle Howdy, you should have honestly let him do that. But now Dominic wants to work together here briefly, as a double suplex takes down the big man, Big E. Ooh, that running clothesline takes down Dominic Mysterio. And now the leader of American Made, looking to become the Intercontinental Champion, is now Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy looking to put away Big E. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Uncle Howdy has eliminated Big E. And Big E will not have another opportunity to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Like we mentioned, one of the longest reigning Intercontinental Champions in the history of WWE. It will not be another reign, at least tonight, for that man. As now Dominic Mysterio with a big clothesline, taking it to Uncle Howdy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 3. It is down to Dominic Mysterio, Chad Gable, and Uncle Howdy. All 3 of these gentlemen are all from different groups. Uncle Howdy from the Wyatt 6, Dominic Mysterio from the Judgment Day, and there at ringside you got Chad Gable, a part of the American Made. As a frog splash there from Dominic. Is that enough? Are we going to see an elimination here? 2! No, Uncle Howdy stays in it. That mystical powers of Uncle Howdy keeps him alive at this moment. But it may not be too much longer, as it's time for a 6-1-9. 6-1-9 there. Oh, now Dominic. Wait, Dominic might eliminate Chad Gable here. What's going to go on here? No. On the chair. On the chair. A Mexican destroyer on the chair. I don't even think the chair was supposed to be there, inadvertently there, but Dominic Mysterio with a Mexican destroyer on the steel chair, and it essentially saved Uncle Howdy from an elimination. We'll see if that will help out Uncle Howdy here. Sister Abigail right on the head part of the steel chair. 2, 3 in elimination. A big elimination. And now we're down to Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable. And oh, I did forget about Sheamus, ladies and gentlemen. How can I forget about the Celtic warrior, Sheamus? Trying to throw that steel chair, didn't work out in his favor. So now that is the 10th competitor. That is my bad. Apparently I do not know how to count. As Chad Gable with the over-the-head suplex. Possible elimination. Chad Gable. I mean, this is perfectly legal, but it'd be a damn shame to see him eliminated like that. But no, Gable still going to have to try and put down Uncle Howdy as much as he can here. And now Sheamus from behind. Looking for electric chair right there to Chad Gable. Will that be enough to put him away? Pinfall opportunity. 2. Ooh, Gable stays in it a little bit longer. And like we said, there's a lot of stuff going on here on Raw and SmackDown with the recent releases and everything. Raw's general manager William Regal going to have to deal with it. NXT general manager Adam Pearce is dealing with it, and even Nick Aldis, here are going to have to, keep their eyes on everything and adjust on the fly here. As now Uncle Howdy, nice flying shoulder tackle, takes down Gable. Shoulders are down, referee right there. Will this be enough for elimination? No. Keeps him in the matchup momentarily. Referee inadvertently in the way and gets hit with one of those strikes. And now for Sheamus, he's the freshest man in this matchup. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win it, but it sure means that, certainly he's got to be careful. Because Gable and Uncle Howdy could work together briefly if they wanted to. This really depends on what Sheamus wants to do. As Sheamus getting some exercise in. Nice leg drop. Doing the long way around instead of just going off the normal ropes there. And now Sheamus, goodness. Vicious chair shots to Uncle Howdy. He's trying to inflict as much pain as you can, and that's what you got to do. Keep your opponents on the ground as much as possible. Sheamus doing the veteran maneuver, rolling out of the way. Gable, though, looking to maybe put away Chad Gable here. Big opportunity for Gable. Gable fired up here. The straps are coming down. You know what this means. It is time for a submission hold here. Here we go. Chad Gable. Will Gable make Uncle Howdy tap out? Uncle Howdy has to tap out. And now, that means we are down to Sheamus and Chad Gable. Great to see Uncle Howdy back, but a damn shame that he was not walking out with the Intercontinental Championship. Now we got Sheamus and Chad Gable. What is going to give tonight? And Gable looking to put this match away real quick like here. Is he thinking about superplexing Sheamus? Yes, he is. Right there in the broken kendo stick. Right in the middle of that ring. Sheamus is not moving. Now Chad Gable looking to put the final touches of this, and this very well correctly, if I'm thinking correctly, this would be the first ever singles championship for Chad Gable, and same for Sheamus in this matchup. Is this enough? No, Sheamus kicks out. And it's all due to Sheamus being the last man in this matchup that Gable's going to do a lot more damage. Big back suplex to Sheamus, shoulders are down, but just a 1 count. Sheamus needs to get something going on real quick like, or we might see a new championship being crowned to the American Made. They're already the tag team champions. Could you imagine if they walk out with the Intercontinental Championship? There's now Gable going for the axe handle right to the face there. Sheamus now with those big punches. That is the Celtic Warrior for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is now Sheamus. Looking to introduce the steel steps. This is not going to be for the weak here. If Sheamus hits him with those steel steps, it is going to be game, set, match, over. What does Sheamus have to do to put away Chad Gable here? Has him up on the shoulders, but no, Gable slips out. Gable slips out, hits him with a gut wrench. Oh my goodness, almost like a Dominator essentially. That might be enough to walk out with the Intercontinental Championship. No, Sheamus still is in this matchup. And Sheamus rolls at least to the ropes, so Chad Gable can't really necessarily pin him. This nice clothesline gets Sheamus back in this matchup. Pinfall opportunity. Can Gable somehow kick out of this? Oh, and he does. Easily. Very easy there for Chad Gable. Now, what does Sheamus want to do here, ladies and gentlemen? Taking a sweet time. He's wasting too much time. I thought maybe he's going to grab another weapon. He should have just stayed in the ring and did that. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Gable, he is busted open. The referee might want to check on him, honestly. As Sheamus with the bro kick, final touches, and I think we're going to see a new Intercontinental Champion. Yes, we do. Sheamus is your new Intercontinental Champion. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Sheamus worked his ass off. He was the last guy to come out, throws the steel steps at Chad Gable, busts him open, walks into a bro kick, and becomes new champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes your SmackDown General Manager, Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis out here to not only probably to congratulate Sheamus on becoming the new Intercontinental Champion, but also he will be addressing the rest of the Survivor Series card. We saw it from William Regal / actually Triple H on Monday Night Raw, but Nick Aldis is out here tonight. Certainly has a lot of lots of stuff to really talk about, I would assume, because obviously this is the only match that really was talked about on the social media accounts. So, big question is here for Nick Aldis and company is, what does he got to say on the build-up to Survivor Series Raw versus SmackDown, with NXT being involved slightly. But it is great to see Nick Aldis, once again your SmackDown General Manager, feeling pretty good about himself, it looks like. But let's go ahead and see what the SmackDown General Manager has to say. Welcome everyone to SmackDown tonight, and we've just witnessed a hard-hitting Intercontinental Championship 10-man Gauntlet Eliminator with you just saw Sheamus winning his first ever singles championship here in Universe Mode. I would like to be the first one to congratulate Sheamus on a hard-fought win. Even though you came out last in the matchup, you walked out victorious, eliminated Chad Gable at the very end to become the new Intercontinental Champion. But it doesn't just stop here. Sheamus, you got to continue all the way, at least through Survivor Series, because you will be facing LA Knight in a champion versus champion match. You guys did hear that right. The United States Champion, LA Knight from Monday Night Raw, takes on SmackDown's Intercontinental Champion, Sheamus. Also on that card, you're going to see the Dudley Boys from Raw versus the Creed Brothers here from SmackDown. Also, Braun Breaker, our undisputed champion, takes on Seth frickin' Rollins. Also at Survivor Series, it will be Team Charlotte versus Team Nikki Cross. That is correct. The women's champions will go up against each other, with them being able to pick 3 other superstars to join them for the Raw versus SmackDown matchup. Also on Monday Night Raw, you saw Stone Cold Steve Austin walk out of a gauntlet matchup to become the team captain of Monday Night Raw. For SmackDown, it's pretty clear. asked of the last couple months who the team captain for SmackDown should be. And that is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Anything that has been thrown in his way, it happens to be the Bloodline. It happens to be, obviously, John Cena and CM Punk. He has gone through them no matter what he has to do. Cody Rhodes gets to pick 3 of his teammates. It does not matter who he wants. It could be, someone that he's rivals with, or people that he's has a good relationship with. It's all to have that brand supremacy, but also there's more to these just winning and representing your brand. I don't know what exactly William Regal from Monday Night Raw will have for his team if they happen to defeat SmackDown, which won't happen, but I can tell you this: Cody Rhodes and his 3 other competitors that he picks to be a part of his team, you will be rewarded with the championship matches, as well as maybe, just maybe we throw in the 30th spot in the Royal Rumble. Also tonight, here on SmackDown, Damien Priest. He is going to announce his 3 allies that will be joining him to try to take down the newer version of the Judgment Day, as it will be Damien Priest and 3 others taking on the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough in a War Games match. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the WWE Chairman Triple H is here, and I'd like to welcome him out here as he's going to be selecting 2 competitors from SmackDown to join his team to try to take down NXT's Drew McIntyre. Well, it was nice to have Nick Aldis out here, and now he's welcoming the WWE Chairman, the Game, the Cerebral Assassin himself, Triple H. And every time that Triple H makes an appearance here in Universe Mode, something is up. And like Nick Aldis says, we obviously know the reasoning why Triple H is here. He's taking 2 guys from SmackDown and 2 guys from Monday Night Raw to help take down Drew McIntyre's team live there at Survivor Series. McIntyre wants to get back up to either Raw or SmackDown. And Triple H has given him the opportunity to make a team. And essentially, if Drew McIntyre's team wins, defeating Triple H's team, well, McIntyre will be welcomed back up to Raw or SmackDown. But if Triple H's team wins, Drew McIntyre is going to be staying down there in NXT for the foreseeable future. And the weird thing is also, I guess I wouldn't say weird, but another thing to take in consideration is obviously coming up in just a couple days' time here, Drew McIntyre's in the NXT Championship Triple Threat matchup, and let's say McIntyre walks out of that Triple Threat matchup with the NXT Championship, and he goes on to Survivor Series to, let's say, defeat Triple H's team, then what exactly goes on with that NXT Championship? A lot of questions to really digest along the way. But the Game is here. He is going to let us know who he has taken from SmackDown, 2 superstars, to join his team for Survivor Series. SmackDown, thank you guys for having me tonight. I don't want to be out here too long because there's a lot of stuff to get to, especially Damien Priest with his selections for his group. But for me, I'm keeping it simple. 2 guys that are out for utter destruction, and they don't mind bringing down Drew McIntyre down a peg. My first guy that I'm picking here from the SmackDown roster is a man that has dominated the last couple years, and he did recently lose his Intercontinental Championship to Braun Strowman, but Strowman would eventually leave the company not too much longer. That is the big man himself, Mr. Tsunami Bronson Reed. And this next superstar is another big guy, and it even says it in his name of what his actual wrestling name is. We would like to welcome over Big E to the Smackdown group. So that means Bronson Reed and Big E, you guys are joining me to Survivor Series to decimate Drew McIntyre. And also, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw, I will be live to select my last 2 competitors that will take down Drew McIntyre's team. And once we win at Survivor Series, those 4 gentlemen will get rewarded with a lot, and I do mean a lot, of opportunities for the foreseeable future. Wonder whatever that could mean is, wait a minute, that's Drew McIntyre! McIntyre with a Claymore kick to the WWE chairman. Drew McIntyre coming from NXT. He's got every single chance. He came out on Monday Night Raw, face to face with Triple H, and now on SmackDown, he's laying out the Cerebral Assassin. He's hit him with 2 Claymores, and it's about to be Claymore Country number 3. Right to the WWE chairman. McIntyre, message is clear, but does this mean he'll get the upper hand there at Survivor Series? I've been doing a lot of thinking this whole week, trying to decide who would fit the mold to join my group and would be the best guys to help me take down the Judgment Day. And I was thinking long and hard, and I think I found the best 3. And I have them right here with me. First off is a man that I don't really need to explain how dangerous he is in the middle of the ring. And the Judgment Day know how he is in the middle of this ring because he has beaten them multiple times. That is the European champion, Ilya Dragunov. Now the next guy that's going to be joining my group is a man that you could say he's very cocky on how he comes off. He is a former tag team champion here on SmackDown with Trick Williams. He calls himself him, and he knows how, for the most part, to get it done in the middle of this ring. And that man is Carmelo Hayes. And the last guy, he says that every time he's in the middle of this ring, Zero Miedo, no fear. And that's what we need, a part of this War Games matchup. I'm selecting Penta to join me, to take down the Judgment Day once and for all. Finn, I hope you know what you got yourself into, because after War Games, after what I do to you, after what Ilya Dragunov does to your men, after what Carmelo Hayes does to your men, and after what the rest of my crew do to you, Mr. No Fear himself, Penta, you won't be showing up on SmackDown anytime soon. I would like to thank Nick Aldis for allowing me to be the team captain for SmackDown, leading him into battle to take on Stone Cold Steve Austin and his 3 other competitors. I respect Stone Cold Steve Austin, but what I have to do at Survivor Series, it's just business. Now, on my side of things, trying to decide who is going to join me, it's hard because there's a saying, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And I don't really have friends here on SmackDown. A lot more enemies than friends. A lot of guys here on SmackDown, they've already been selected to be a part of Damien Priest's group, or, they're doing other things. So for me, I got to pick 3 superstars that are going to help us walk out victorious there at Survivor Series, to be locked inside of a 2 steel caged ring. So, with that being said, I might regret this at Survivor Series, but right now, I'm choosing to pick John Cena and CM Punk to join my team, which, thinking about it, obviously, I've had the upper hand on John Cena and CM Punk ever since they've decided to sell their soul to The Rock, the final boss. And I will continue to have their number, but I'm hoping, maybe just for one night only, we can work out something to be the better brand. But also, that leaves my final pick. A very unconventional pick, and a man that I know his brother very well, and he passed away a couple years ago, which was very unfortunate. my last competitor, a part of my group, is Uncle Howdy. I know Uncle Howdy very well, or what some people know as Bo Dallas. I knew his brother, Bray Wyatt, very well coming up here in WWE. Bray Wyatt accomplished a lot of great things, from being a WWE champion, a former Intercontinental Champion, and many other great things over his years in WWE, including the likes with Eric Rowan and Luke Harper here years and years ago. And what Uncle Howdy is doing to carry on that vision that Bray Wyatt had, it is a great thing to see, and I think we can work together. I'm not saying this is going to be obviously a whole team thing, but if we want to beat Monday Night Raw, sometimes we have to be uncomfortable being uncomfortable. So my team will consist of John Cena, CM Punk, and Uncle Howdy to take on Stone Cold Steve Austin's team. Cody Rhodes. Man, you've accomplished a lot of great things in your careers, and even defeating my brother Bray Wyatt once upon a time to become the undisputed champion. Now, I don't hold grudges, no need to hold grudges, but Bray has said a lot of great things, and I am honored to be a part of your team, and I also want to have your back, because I know CM Punk and John Cena, they're seeing a lot of darkness right now, and we need to make sure that they see the light at the end of this tunnel. Cody, there is something, though, I do want to say. I've been watching you. I've been watching you fight, watching you claw, watching you bleed for a kingdom that was never yours to rule, and now you're standing on the edge of war. Survivor Series, a battle of loyalty, trust, and sacrifice. But trust is a fragile little thing, isn't it? You have to try and trust CM Punk, John Cena, and myself to get the job done. You're looking for soldiers, Cody. You need men who will bleed beside you, but what you really need is someone who understands what's in the dark. I don't care about brand. I don't care about victory. I care about chaos. I care about pulling the mask off every pretty little lie this company feeds these people. And you, Cody, you need someone who's not afraid to burn it all down if it means survival. So, Captain Cody, are you brave enough to dance with the devil at Survivor Series? Are you willing to put yourself through hell with me, side by side, even if our quote-unquote teammates, John Cena and CM Punk, may be against you? Are you willing to put yourself, your body, your mindset all through hell to make sure SmackDown walks out victorious? You know, I've been called a lot of things in my career. A dreamer, a fighter, a leader. But you, Howdy, you call me something else. You call me desperate. Desperation's a funny thing. Because when a man's desperate, you either see his weakness or you see just how far he's willing to go to win. You want chaos? You want to watch the world burn just to feel something? That's fine. I've walked through fire before. I've been set on fire before. And guess what? I'm still standing. Uncle Howdy, if you do for sure want in, you better understand something. This isn't about trust. This isn't about loyalty. It's about survival. At Survivor Series, I don't need choir boys. I need wolves. If you're ready to fight for something more than just the voices in your head, if you're ready to stand with me, not against me, then maybe, just maybe, there's a place for you on my team. But let me make this clear. Step out of line, and I will be the one to put you down. See you at War Games, Uncle Howdy.